Greetings, friends, and welcome back to the Small Brand Podcast. Today we have Mr. Jacob Jones in the house, absolute internet legend, meme lord in the tobacco space, someone I've been following for a long time. Thank you very much for coming on the show, Jacob.
Hey, appreciate the support. Thank you so much for having me. Glad to be here next to Yoyogi Park, actually technically in the southern area of Yoyogi Park in Tokyo right now.
Yes, sir.
It's a little bit warm out here, but it's a great day to have a little bit of a drink and do a little bit of a podcast, I'll acknowledge.
Yes,
no
sir.
complaints on my behalf.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, I'm saying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not exactly sure where that phrase came from. I think it was me trying to just not say during videos, and so I started just inputting other stuff, so I didn't say and that just became the phrase I said.
I love it, dude. I gotta say, man, I've been following you for a long time. I feel like you popped up first on my Instagram algorithm, just like with some memes and stuff. What I really like about your stuff is like the titles are hilarious. Like that to me is like the hook of like, who the fuck is this guy? Like 5,840 cigarettes. That's hilarious. I need to click on everything that he creates. So it's really great to see you succeeding. You seem like a genuine person. And it's really amazing that you've come to Japan.
I'm glad to be here. I've been here so far for a little bit over 2 months. Got another month of my trip left, and been having a great time, I'll acknowledge, and trying lots of Japanese alcohol, trying lots of Japanese cigarettes, and just trying lots of new stuff, exploring new areas. It's a lot of fun, and it's been great to make videos while doing so.
Yeah, dude, I mean, we just tried some some German snuff over on Jacob's channel. I'll leave all the links in the description. That was an experience. Yeah, I really liked it, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not. I don't like it as much as cigarettes, but for the convenience, like if I'm on a plane, it's the best in my opinion. Like I just can't go without it if I'm on a plane on these days. Like especially flying back to the East Coast of the United States, like. It's like a 12-hour, 13-hour, 14-hour flight. I'm like, man, I need a cigarette halfway through. Like, I can't, like, I'm just sitting there, but I still need a cigarette.
Where's
so
the smoking room in this
No,
in this
literally.
plane?
And they be like trying to cyberbully me, putting ashtrays in the bathroom.
Wait, they have those?
Yeah, the last plane I was on coming here, they had an ashtray in the bathroom, but then it had a no smoking sign on the ashtray. So I was like, what are they doing? They're cyberbullying me right now. I was like, I cannot believe this.
Damn. So you don't like the nicotine gum or like the Zins? Like snuff is your favorite way to like not smoke, basically.
Yes, I'd have to say so. Like I'll use a Zin. I'll use nicotine gum, and I did use them a couple times when I was on flights. But I personally find it when I'm swallowing the spit to like just burn and hurt, and I get the hiccups, and it's just not really enjoyable. Definitely some brands of nicotine pouches and snuff do it worse to me than others. Like I've never really had that happen with like, let's say Camel snuff, but it always happens if I'm using On with an exclamation point at the end, because that's a good choice for a brand name.
But everyone always swears by being able to swallow it. So I always feel like such a pussy where I like have a spitter. I'm spitting into a can, and I'm like the only one out of the group doing it, and I just feel like such a bitch because it's like clear spit. It's not even dip, because with dip you're like spitting it and it's like toxic. It looks like oil, and you're like, yeah, obviously I don't need to swallow this. But with Zen, you're like shamed to swallowing it, you know?
I feel like it's one of those things where that's just the standard. Like, of course, snus itself comes from mainly Sweden these days. That's, of course, where it gained popularity. Same with nicotine pouches, of course. Zyn as a brand was first introduced by a Swedish company, although I believe now it's owned by Philip Morris International. I think they spent a couple $1 billion on that company to acquire Zyn, which is crazy. I think it was like $2 billion or something like that. It might have been even more. I can't remember.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a good investment because I feel like it's such in the cultural zeitgeist. Like, everyone knows what it is. Everybody thinks it's okay. So I feel like it's going to make them a lot of money.
No, absolutely. It's the new vaping, in my personal opinion. And while vaping these days, I wouldn't say it's seeing a downturn. I definitely have to say it's not gaining popularity as it once was. Yeah. But Zyn is definitely still in that upward motion, and it's definitely still going to gain popularity over the next couple years until it eventually hits that peak, in my personal opinion.
Wait, so how can, this is just a random YouTube question, but how can brands how can they do paid promotions for like Lucy or whatever the fuck's in on their podcast and still be monetized, but you using tobacco on your show makes it demonetized?
So you're not supposed to. that's pretty much how it goes, I will acknowledge. I have gotten a couple offers to advertise different products, and they want me to put their link in the description, and they want there to be a transfer of money and everything like that. And I'm like, yeah, sponsorships, definitely great. I'd love to have that as a form of income along with AdSense and whatnot kind of thing.
Yeah.
However, having looked at YouTube's community guidelines, it's not really super allowed, and I see people doing like CBD sponsorships as well and stuff like that, and I'm very surprised that that's allowed because, to my understanding, nicotine is not allowed at all. It's a regulated good, and basically what YouTube says is that you're not supposed to do sponsorships for regulated goods if you want that video to stay monetized. So if I was to do, like, let's say an alcohol sponsorship with Total Wine or something like that kind of thing, just to name a company that might actually want to do a YouTube sponsorship, technically speaking, I wouldn't be supposed to monetize that video, and YouTube could demonetize me due to that sponsorship.
Like
because
your whole
now
channel?
If
Or
I
just the
did it
video?
enough times, I'm sure they could do the whole channel, but just one, it would be just that one video.
Yeah. It's always weird because I've seen actual full-on weed brands being advertised on. I mean, weed groups hit me up to do ads, and I'm like, wait, how would that? I mean, I don't really feel great about promoting drugs, first of all. And then the ad they wanted me to do was like giving out weed to people on the street. I'm like, that's fucking weird, man.
Nah,
like, that's,
like you got to check ID.
That's
and
crazy,
like, yeah,
man.
no.
That doesn't seem moral to just like be like peddling drugs on the streets of America.
Like even like if like let's say cigarette sponsorships were allowed on YouTube, and let's say some company hit me up and was like, can you do this? I'd be like, hell no, I'm not doing that. Because as much as I enjoy my tobacco products, as much as I enjoy my cigarettes, I always acknowledge whenever the chance occurs that cigarettes are dangerous, tobacco is dangerous, it's not good for your health, and I'm not going to encourage anybody, no matter what, to use, consume, or to just have a cigarette kind of thing. And by handing them out on the street would be insanely hypocritical.
Yeah.
And that's something I would not feel comfortable doing, and I'm really surprised that a weed brand wanted you to do that. Might be culturally acceptable in like LA or something like that, but I know we're both from the East Coast. You're from, if you're willing to say, Georgia, yeah,
Yes,
Atlanta area or something like that. Yeah. I highly doubt that would be acceptable down there, and it certainly ain't acceptable up in North Carolina.
I don't think it should be. I mean, I think weed gets a pass along with Zyn and stuff. Vapes, they're kind of like on the way out. People are realizing. Like, I've seen some of the anti-vape, like, truth videos or whatever, with, like, people coughing up blood and stuff. And it's horrible, man. So, I mean, I feel like, you know, weed is still in that kind of gray area where it's like, well, it's bad, but like everybody does it, so like let's just talk. I don't know. It just seems I wouldn't feel good promoting it, honestly.
The thing with weed is that I see, and of course this is all up to opinion. I have said this a couple times, both during YouTube videos and on live streams, that my opinion on weed is that it's not any safer than smoking a cigarette. Having looked at different photos of the amount of tar that comes through a joint or something like that, I'm just like, how does anybody think that this is safer than smoking a cigarette? Like, people, of course, like to bring up the statistic, quote unquote, there isn't actually a statistic, that nobody has ever died from smoking weed. Thing is, that's probably the case because up until 10 years ago, nobody went to the hospital and admitted they smoked weed their entire life. They just say cigarettes instead because they don't want to get in trouble, kind of thing. So any of those weed-related deaths from lung cancer would have been said to be caused by cigarettes because that person ain't going to admit to smoking weed.
Maybe, yeah.
That's my take, at least.
But I know weed is the flower and tobacco is the leaf. So the leaves have tar and the flower doesn't, I think, right?
Oh, no, it does.
It does?
There's still tar, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't smoke weed personally. I've never smoked weed,
I
of
don't
course,
like
for
it.
legal reasons.
I'm an upstanding citizen.
I'm an upstanding citizen. I'd never do anything like that.
Yeah.
But there is absolutely tar in both, without a doubt. That's my
Okay,
take.
that's fair, yeah. I mean, especially the way people consume weed. Like, I was a big weed smoker from high school all the way through college. I was really, really heavy stoner in college. Started having panic attacks. Didn't like it anymore. Just completely stopped doing it when I was like 25. But, fuck, where was I going with that? Shit. What were we just talking about?
Experience to have, but you're all done with it now?
The methods that you're smoking weed by, like, dude, the first time I smoked weed was out of a fucking light bulb, dude.
Oh yeah.
We
and,
vaped it out of a light bulb. We like put the lighter up to it. And...
high schooler smoking methods definitely not like safe. Like I've parodied a couple for videos where I'm smoking tobacco. So I did one where I poked holes in like an Arizona can and I'm smoking tobacco out of an Arizona can. And I'm like, this is so bad for me. Like I'm just inhaling straight like aluminum and plastic right now off of this Arizona.
The dye from the like Red 40 and all that.
Hey, it gave me a buzz though, but like
I'm sure it hit. No filter.
Oh yeah.
Should we crack into these chew highs, my friend?
That works for
Before
me.
they get
This
warm?
is a chew high made by Coca-Cola. Interestingly enough, yeah, meant to compete with Strong Zero.
Really?
Chew highs have become very, very popular, and these are actually sold not just in Japan. They were originally sold in Japan. That's where they were originally introduced. But
or
these
in America?
Are, sadly, not yet. They are in Mexico though, so they are sold in the North American market, just not in the United States.
Dude, I feel like with the mic, you're like a reporter for like tobacco and alcohol. You're like, sadly enough, they're not in.
I'm just not used to holding the mic like in any way, shape, or form. I do all my videos with surround sound from my phone. So I'm just I just have a guy with a boom mic for all my videos. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Little Filipino boy following you around.
Oh, let's not say that.
Is there anything else about this? I mean, I feel like I didn't know you would know so much about this. I just picked a random brand.
It's lemon flavored. Made with, I believe it's got vodka and sugar in it, and that's basically what it is.
Absolutely.
And it's a pretty delicious chew high. If I can crack mine open. There we go, got it. Oh, yeah. No complaints on my behalf. Go ahead and take a sip of that.
Cheers, my brother.
Oh, hell yeah. Nice, slightly bitter, slightly sweet.
Oh, yeah, it's sour.
No complaints on my behalf.
That's really good. Low sugar, it feels like. 5%.
Let's take a look. What does it say per 100 milligrams? It's saying 5 grams of sugar per 100 milliliters, I want to say. I could be wrong. Well, that's not too bad. 350, that's like what? 17.5 grams of sugar?
In this whole thing?
I think so. I can't read
that's
Japanese. I'm just looking at the label and saying what I think it is.
That is so amazing that the Japanese that you know is because
I don't know any Japanese.
Tobacco.
I don't know any Japanese. I'm just doing context clues.
Okay.
Based off of where everything is and what I've seen before.
But that's what learning a language is, though. So I mean,
that's very true.
So you're learning the language based on your vices. That's awesome.
Hey, I'm trying. What can I say? Whenever I walk into 7-Eleven, though, I had so many awkward experiences the last time I was here, like 2 years ago, trying to buy cigarettes at like 7-Eleven, because not ever once did I just think to put, hey, can I buy cigarette pack number? Because that's what they do here. They put numbers for all the cigarette packs, which is so nice.
It's very organized.
Because it's so organized. I'm like, they need to do this in the United States, because there's so many like different varieties of just Marlboro Reds. There's Marlboro Red, the normals, the 100s, the 83s, the 72s, and then there's Marlboro Red, like, they're not Marlboro Reds, but they're like Marlboro Red line, but they're like not a full flavored cigarette. They're medium cigarette. They can't call them mediums anymore. It gets really complex.
Damn.
And like having worked at a gas station, like some people will like come up and be like, can I get a pack of Camel Reds or something like that? And they're like, oh, sorry, can I get a pack of the 100s? And I'll be like, oh yeah, no problem at all. Like I know where everything is. I smoke and everything like that. I know exactly what they're looking for. But if somebody's working at a gas station and they don't know what they're looking for because they don't smoke, then it's, I imagine, very confusing. And I've actually gotten comments on my videos before where it's people saying that they actually are watching not because they smoke or have any desire to smoke, but because they started a gas station and they wanted to learn more about the cigarettes they're selling.
Wow.
Which
so
I thought was really
interesting. It is an educational video.
Absolutely.
You're an educational channel.
Absolutely, without a doubt. In fact, all of my videos, I classify them as education.
That's amazing. YouTube remonetizes
no,
this man.
I need to do that.
He's the most wholesome YouTuber I've ever met. Give this man a chance.
Hey, appreciate the kind words.
Let him get his bag. He knows more about cigarettes than I know about traveling. This man's an expert in his field. Okay? He won't say it. YouTube, come on, guys. Come on. He's hustling. He came to Japan just to smoke. Okay?
And make monetized videos.
That's how much he loves this, okay? He's leading with his heart. That's amazing. Dude, I will say, man, like, you're like a meme lord. I don't know if you like intend to be.
Oh, absolutely. I try to meme anything and everything I can. I love making memes.
Okay.
I was doing it like before high school, during high school, after high school, during college. I've been making memes on YouTube for almost since I started somewhat consistently posting videos on my YouTube channel. Like my first YouTube video ever was, you've heard of Kerbal Space Program?
No.
I wasn't sure. It's a video game where you like build a spacecraft from the ground up, and you have to take into orbit, and like all of the science behind like the programming and stuff like that is supposed to replicate real life, like gravity, to like an insane degree. So it's like you're actually feel like you're putting a spacecraft into orbit.
It sounds hard.
It's very difficult. Of course, what you're supposed to do in the game is you're supposed to, well, put a spacecraft into orbit, land on the moon, and just go wherever. You're not supposed to build a boat. That's what I decided to do, and that was my first ever YouTube video.
Nice.
It worked. It worked good enough for me to want to make a YouTube video and post a 20-second clip or so of that boat.
In 2011, you said?
That video was posted, I want to say, in like 2013, 2014.
How old were you?
I was probably like 13, 14 years old.
Damn, so you got in the
like
game
that.
early, man.
Yeah.
You're one of the OGs. You're like Goblin. He was like 12, I think, when he made his first video.
He has been around for a very long time, without a doubt. And I don't know if you've seen the collab I did with him, but that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So
that was one of the greatest collabs of all time. Yeah, that
Hell
was
yeah, brother.
a match made in heaven. I watch almost all Goblin's videos. They're amazing.
Oh yeah, fantastic stuff. And he's been around I can't think of when he hasn't been around. Let me just put it that way. So
It's true. Yeah, he's an OG, man. Also, not a
Absolutely.
monetized channel, which is very sad, but
yes, his podcast channel is monetized though.
okay. Yeah. I mean, I understand why it's not, but I feel like I actually do learn a lot from his channel. Like, he's very honest about and candid about his experiences, so I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not going to do this drug. Like, that makes no sense. Or maybe this one is okay, but it has these risks. Like, you get an actual full picture instead of just being like, don't do this, don't do that, you know?
Like, it's one of those things where I just find the whole monetization issue around cigarettes and like weed and drugs on YouTube to be very hypocritical, because Train Spotting is available to watch for free on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty damn sure the people who made Train Spotting are getting money off of that, because it's available through YouTube, like their movies channel or whatever.
What's wrong with Train Spotting? You just sit on the platform and look at it, right?
So have you ever watched the movie Train Spotting?
No.
It's about heroin addiction, and it's got scenes of everybody and their mom shooting up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really good movie. I do recommend it. It's one of the saddest movies I've ever watched. It's so depressing, it's crazy.
But you still recommend it?
I do recommend it. It's a really good movie, and it made me never want to do heroin.
Wow.
Yeah. However, when they put it into theaters, it actually caused a very slight uptick in heroin usage. Now, it could have been coincidence.
Like,
it could have
curious.
not been. It's like Dare. Dare did that as well.
That's true, yeah. It like basically introduces you to all the drugs from age like 8, and you're like, oh, acid.
Oh man, I really hope that people weren't. Well, Dare, yeah, but I hope people weren't watching Train Spotting at age 8.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
That would be, oh my god.
Yeah, but well, hopefully you're able to make a bag on the second channel and stuff like that. And you live stream too, right? So
I do live stream. I haven't been live streaming pretty much almost this entire trip in Japan, just because I've been focusing on videos, and honestly, I just haven't had a lot of time to live stream. But once I get back, I'm going to be back to live streaming a couple times a week, and love live streaming, just doing chat and streams. Love playing video games as well, Counter-Strike.
Is it on Jacob Jones Money, that channel?
Jacob Jones Money. I do live streams on there, but I also stream on Twitch as well, also under Jacob Jones Money.
That's sick.
Do you know why I chose the name Jacob Jones Money?
No, I mean, it's hilarious, but why?
Because I'm making money on that channel.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's fucking go.
That's what I'm saying.
Got the Casio watch in the cut.
Yes, sir. Of course, of course.
That's amazing. Yeah, I will say, like, so, I mean, did you see a YouTuber coming up back in the day where you're like, I want to be like him, or was it just, this is all just organic to you?
I would definitely say I was inspired to make YouTube videos. The reason I got on YouTube was because my parents introduced me to Minecraft, and I wanted to watch some tutorials and stuff like that. And I got really big into watching like 2 specific people play Minecraft back when I was like 10, 11, 12 years old. I don't know if you've ever heard of either of them, but there's Kurt J. Mac. So have you ever heard of Farlands or Bust? You've heard of the Minecraft Farlands.
Farlands? No, I'm not really.
I wasn't sure.
I recently just got into video games because of my Nintendo Switch too, but before that, it's been nothing since the PSP, like 2007. Nothing.
Okay. So prior to, I think it was Minecraft Beta 1.7, there was a border at the end of the world that wasn't technically a border, it's infinite generation, but it becomes so infinite that Minecraft no longer really knows what to do with that area. So it
Minecraft,
gets
it's like its
glitched
own.
out.
It's its own world. Like,
Oh yeah.
okay.
But you're so far out that the game starts glitching and starts doing really weird terrain generation. That's called the Farlands. If you want to walk there in real time, it's like years of effort.
Like you're just sitting on your computer and like
just pressing W.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's like
damn.
Like if you really sit down and do it, you can do it in like 3 months, I think. But
that's insane.
Kurt J. Mack has been going to the Farlands making a video every couple days where it's just like 10, 12, 15 minutes of him just walking there and chatting, and it's just really chill content.
Yeah.
Since like, I think 2012. I can't remember exactly when that series started, but really interesting series. And if you look back at his earlier videos, it's just such a vibe and such a time capsule. And he's still making videos doing the same series to this day. And it still feels like a time capsule because the format hasn't changed all that much. And it's fantastic.
That is very relaxing content. I will say I like that about Goblin's videos. It's just like B-roll of him just like killing zombies or whatever. And then I feel like that is like goated kind of OG from day one YouTube content. Like that's kind of what it started as in my mind. Just like guy in a room telling a story. You know, that's what I love about YouTube.
Like I know with YouTube there's of course the whole Smosh era and like Ryan Higa and like what is it, Fred and stuff like that. That's all kind of before my time, I'll acknowledge.
Yeah.
Like that was like pre-2010. I didn't really get on YouTube until 2010.
So you're like Ethan Klein, like Ethan Klein was like 2015, I think. I mean, he's still kicking around, but it's not.
Oh yeah, no. Like when I was like in high school and stuff, like I was watching H3H3, I was watching iDubbbz and all that sort of stuff.
Nice.
Like Filthy Frank's still goated.
Yeah,
I still watch Cold Ones and Max Mofo Pokemon whenever he uploads a video. It's been a year.
Cold Ones is great. It's just like slop comedy.
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
Content. It's great.
It's just so good to eat. It's so good to watch while I'm eating.
Yeah, for sure.
And honestly, I mean, like I'll acknowledge when I watch a lot of YouTube these days, just when I'm eating these days.
It's the best.
Either when I'm on the train or when I'm on a plane or something like that kind of thing. That tends to be when I watch a lot of YouTube. And
so you have YouTube Premium?
I do have YouTube Premium.
My boy.
I don't have Spotify Premium. I use YouTube Music because I prefer YouTube Music over Spotify because I get all the unreleased stuff that just random people have uploaded. I get all the remixes that aren't allowed on Spotify because they're not technically like they didn't have permission to make the remix. So all they can do is post them on like SoundCloud and YouTube, and that's what I go through. And
Wait,
I
actually
love
might
that.
try that because I pay for premium anyway. So like, why not?
Yeah, like I'll acknowledge the YouTube Music app kind of sucks. Honestly, like. It's okay, but like it can be really finicky until you get like used to it and just how everything works with what's defined as actually being a song and what you can actually download and what you can't. It just is very like in my opinion, they need to work on the music app and the music side of YouTube a little bit more if they really want to push it. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Acid reflux?
Dang. Oh no, just a burp, just a burp.
Okay.
Thankfully no acid reflux.
Sick.
But I do still just prefer it because I enjoy listening to like Nightcore and stuff like that, and there's just so many like Nightcore songs from like 10 years ago that are not on Spotify, will never be on Spotify, and you can only listen to on YouTube.
That's sick. And the downloading the videos feature is so sick, dude, on the plane.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I didn't bring my iPad for this trip, but I just bought an iPad Air just literally for flying. Because it was like between my Switch and my iPad for this trip, and I was like, I can't bring both. That'd be insane. Laptop, Switch, iPad. What, dude? That'd be insane.
Steam Deck, you got to compromise.
No, that's even heavier.
Well, it is heavier, but you can watch YouTube on Switch, right?
No, I don't think there's
really?
a browser app. No,
you could watch YouTube on the Wii.
Really, there might be a way to jailbreak.
Well,
I don't
also
know.
there was. I don't know. I've never owned a Switch. I mainly game on PC. I don't really game too much on consoles, I'll acknowledge.
Yeah, you're like a real gamer. I'm just like a fucking...
Oh, no. In my opinion, I'm like, I know there's some people that have a whole superiority complex, PC versus consoles. I don't care, honestly, frankly put. If you're enjoying your game, you're enjoying your game.
Yeah.
There's definitely better games there's definitely games that are better on PC than on console, but there's some games that are actually better on console than PC, just because of optimization reasons and stuff like that. Because of course with a console, you can optimize just so much more because you know exactly what hardware the game is going to be running on like, let's say, an Xbox 360. You optimize specifically for the Xbox 360.
I think that's how they're building GTA 6 is for the PS5.
Yeah, and
so it's like supposed to run perfect on it.
Yeah, and the PC release is going to be like a year after they release it next year. So it's just like, damn, I have to wait how long? I say as I still haven't actually played through the story of GTA 5. I do need to do that.
That's okay.
That is
okay.
what it is.
That's okay. You can still complain.
I'm too busy gambling in Balatro.
Have you done pachinko here?
I need to find a place that will let me film inside because I don't want to have my first experience off video. I want to like do it for the first time on video and have my like initial impressions live.
I think you could do it filming discreetly. I don't know if you would do that, like if you agree with that morally, like whatever. But you could set up like a discreet filming setup, and you could probably figure it out if you wanted to.
I'll have to do some research because I figure there's got to be a couple YouTube videos online, and somebody had to have asked permission. So
true.
I'll have to do some research and just see if there's anywhere that will let me film. Like I was asking about where to find like casinos in Vegas to film because I know a lot of them are very anti-filming. But there's a couple right off the strip apparently that you can film there? At. I've never been to Vegas. I was just looking for if I do go. But apparently there's a couple off the strip that you can go film at, and they're chill with it.
Would you add that to your repertoire? Like,
oh hell yeah! I
went to a horse cigarettes.
Race.
Tobacco, just like classic American pastimes.
I went to a horse race and I filmed it. I haven't released the vlog yet, but I'm going to be releasing it.
That's so sick. Where are you releasing it?
It's going to be on my monetized channel.
Jacob Jones Money.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a lot of fun. Have you been to a horse race here?
No, I try to stay away from gambling because I have an addictive personality and I feel like I have enough vices.
Reasonable.
So, I mean, I went to Vegas and I loved it.
Makes sense.
Like the dopamine was like ding, 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 ding in my head. Like,
Hell
so
yeah.
I'm afraid that I could go down some dark paths with that. You know
no,
what I mean?
understandable. Horse racing in Japan, though, is really interesting. I've never been to a horse race in the United States, I'll acknowledge. Now that I've been to a horse race here, I think next year I really want to try going to the Kentucky Derby, though.
Okay.
But I just think that would be just so awesome. I'd have to get some swag on. Like,
I was
have you seen the outfits for
you
the
guys wear
Kentucky
like a
Derby?
hat and a fucking linen polo.
This is what I wear normally. I wear jorts and sneakers and just a black shirt.
Yeah.
That's just what I wear.
Yeah.
But like, I got to get swagged out for the Kentucky Derby. I got to get that rollie on.
Yeah, bro, or a fake one at least. Go to China and get a fake one.
You're very right. I honestly would love a fake Rolex.
Yeah, I mean they're all over the place in China. Like guys will come up to you and be like, "Here, what do you want? Here, I have a watch. Here, how much?" And
I need one that's quartz. I don't want to deal with an automatic fake Rolex.
See, I don't know the difference, but they'll come up to you and just be like, "Here, take this, $150," and you're like, 10, and they're like, 12, and you're like, "Deal."
What is it? Have you ever seen Top Gear?
Yes, a few episodes.
Yeah, I wasn't sure. They had one episode where they went to. I love the specials. They've got like the Vietnam special, the Burma special, and a couple other specials and stuff like that as well, kind of thing. There's one of their specials. I can't remember which one it was, but it was Jeremy Clarkson talking about, man, I can't believe people haggle with people in these areas. Like, you're better off just don't haggle, and then it cuts immediately to one of the other hosts haggling.
You have to, bro. If you don't, you get ripped off.
I gotta haggle.
Especially in places like India, you have to. I mean, if you don't, they'll fucking eat you alive, man. I mean, it's like 40 times markup.
If somebody can walk all over you, they absolutely will. That's my thought on it. Like, I refuse to be a rug. I've had a couple times where people have tried to charge me exorbitant amounts for things, or just something has happened to me where I'm just kind of like, okay, somebody's trying to use me as a rug right now, and I'm like, no, I will absolutely not be used as a rug.
It's not even a matter of can you afford it. It's like, what is the real price, my friend? Like, please don't be dishonest with me.
Like, I'm a white guy kind of thing. I know there's an upcharge. I'm okay with paying the upcharge. I just don't want to be. I don't want to know I'm getting ripped off.
Yeah, you want to at least bargain a little bit. Like, I was rewatching an old video the other day where I was in India, and the guy for the hotel, he's like, "Oh yeah, it's 1,600," and I was like, 1,000, and he's like 1,400, and I was like, okay, fine. And I know like the hotel probably should cost 1,000, but it's just like, is it worth that much effort? I mean, just a little. I'm willing to like throw a few punches, but like I'm not gonna like take you to the ground and fuck it. You know what I mean? Like it's not worth that. So
you just I'm like poke the bear just a little bit, see what you can get, and if you don't get anything out of it, you walk away. Kind of thing.
Exactly.
It's one of those things. I'm like, I've been to Mexico like twice. Have you been to Mexico? I can't
remember. Just touristy areas.
Yeah,
so
I wasn't
not much.
sure. Yeah, but walking around Mexico, it's like you see little stalls and stuff like that, and they've got like little flea markets and whatnot. I won't buy anything from a flea market, even if I see it and I want it, unless it's got like a set price already on it. Because it's one of those things where like I walked up for a piece of cigarette merch and I was like how much is it, kind of thing. And they just told me some exorbitant amount, and I was like, I know it doesn't cost that much. You're just saying this because I'm a white guy. They're literally just ripping you off to your face. I was like, hell no,
bruh. And then all these people in the comments are like, why don't you can afford it? I'm like, dude, that's how places like Mexico City end up getting ruined, is because of white people go there and they're just willing to pay because they can't afford it, and then the locals get priced out. I mean, it's a whole infrastructure of like fucking over the locals that you're just unaware of just like, fuck it, I'll pay it. But by doing that, you're actually, I don't know, I don't want to get on my soapbox, but it's not as easy as like, oh, I can afford it, I'll pay it. It's like, no.
Well, people like to blame a lot of stuff on foreigners. I really don't think, especially in Mexico, it's the foreigners. I think it's, I mean, like, is there a partial plausibility? Yes, without a doubt. But is it mainly just the rich people from Mexico causing this to happen? And a lot of areas in the United States, I mean, like, you don't see anywhere in New York being gentrified and people are blaming it on foreigners, kind of thing. It's rich Americans. It's the same thing in every other country with gentrified areas. It's not the tourists, it's the rich people there, and tourists are just an easy item to blame. That's my take, I'll acknowledge.
Do you feel that way about Japan? Because they've been coming over a lot of scrutiny lately, like Kyoto and here in Tokyo, right here in Shibuya. Tourists get all kinds of shit. Have you noticed them being like pieces of shit?
Tourists?
Or do you think they should be blamed for the problems in Japan right now, like the pollution and like the overcrowding and stuff like that? Have you noticed any? No.
I mean, like, I before arriving here was under the impression they were going to be like, do you care if I cuss?
I don't care.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I didn't know if you cared for monetization reasons.
No, I don't care.
I heard like from an article on like the news, and it's like the news, of course, but they were talking about like, oh man, there's going to be like shit tons of tourists, and I got the impression that all the tourists were going to be Americans. I have not seen that many Americans in Japan this time round, frankly put. And I mean, like, I've been going city to city. I spent like a month in Tokyo, then went down to Osaka, Hiroshima, Fukuoka, and then down to Okinawa. Okinawa, most of the tourists were Chinese or Korean. Fukuoka, Chinese, Korean. Osaka, Chinese, Korean, European. And definitely, I mean, like in Tokyo, it's mainly Europeans I see. But
you're kind of far out. You're like in the north, right? Like you're not.
Oh, just around like this area.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, like okay. I have really. I mean, like I've seen like a handful of Americans, of course, without a doubt. But most of the time, I see like white people walking past me, and they're talking. It's some European language, whether it be French or Spanish or German or something like that kind of thing. And I'm just kind of like, all right, like all these problems. They're like the English news is trying to blame this on tourists, but specifically Americans, and most of the tourists here this time around are not American.
That's fair, yeah. I mean, because you've been here enough time to have a sense of like what's going on, and that's really cool. You went to Okinawa.
It was a very interesting. It's definitely one of those things where if I go again, I want a car, though.
Yeah, it's like America, isn't it? Like things are spread out a little bit.
I would say there's aspects that are very American, but there are also aspects that are not very American. Without a doubt, cars are much more prevalent there.
Yeah.
I'm like it, but it's like anywhere in a more rural-esque area in Japan. I'm like, if you're going up to Yamanashi, you need a car. You can't deal with just a train unless you want to stay right next to the train track.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I was actually in Hachinohe yesterday in Aomori, like in almost to Hokkaido in the north.
Oh, you came all the way back down here in one day?
Dude,
oh my god.
3-hour train. It was easy.
Yes, that's true. The bullet train is not that slow.
Yeah, it was sick. But there, you know the meme of like the typical American exit off a freeway? It's like McDonald's, Taco Bell, KFC, whatever. Dude, it was that in Japan. Like no buses, no trains, cars, and fucking gridlock traffic, and it was crazy.
Yep.
I was like, I can't believe this is Japan. It's totally different.
Public transit is amazing in Tokyo. Like, without a doubt, the best public transit I have ever used. Granted, my impression of light rail is based on the DC Metro service, which is dog shit. Literally, the last time I was on the DC Metro service, I was sitting in the car and somebody took a shit on the seat and left.
No fucking way.
No, I'm
dude.
serious. Yeah, they literally just shit themselves with their pants on and then walked out, and we were like, what the hell? And we look at the seat and there's shit all over it. And so we switched cars. And I was like, hell no, I'm never riding the DC Metro ever again.
Dude, I had to take the Metro every
day.
day. I used to live in DC. I had to take the Metro every day to go to work, and it was like a harrowing experience. It was only one stop, granted, but it was still like, what's it going to be today? It's going to be Schizo punching, the shadow boxing with his demons, or is it going to be like a gangster about to... Dude, I saw someone get robbed on the train. Yeah, we saw this group of kids like get on, and it's always kids in DC. They had a curfew when I was there. But these group of kids get on, and this is like 2023, so masks aren't really a thing anymore, but a group of kids all wearing masks. Or no, they had them by their chin, and then one of the kids was looking kind of sinister, like looking back. Like we're kind of facing him on the train. He's looking behind us type thing. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of like eyeing up somebody. He puts on his mask, walks behind us, and we just hear someone screaming. I didn't want to look. I was like, do not fucking... Please don't involve me in this, but I'm pretty sure there was a robbery, man. I don't know. I mean...
It's one of those things where it's just kind of like, man... That dude that shot the guys that tried to rob him on the New York City subway, like back in like the 70s, and he ended up in prison for it because even though it's self-defense, just because New York doesn't really have self-defense laws, I was like, man, why do you turn yourself in? I was like, man, they didn't have cameras back then, man. Come on.
Oh, that's crazy.
But yeah, no, it's wild. But the public transit here in Tokyo is amazing, and I'm like the public transit in like Osaka and Kyoto is pretty solid as well, kind of thing. But the further you go out, the more you need a car, without a doubt.
100%, yeah. Like yesterday, we went to Hachinohe. The bus would have taken from where we're from Hachinohe to where we're trying to go. On the bus was going to be about 3 hours. By car, 45 minutes, dude. So, like, there is a prime example of, okay, yeah, you need a car for sure.
Yeah.
You just got to get your international driver's permit, and you're all set.
Yeah,
so.
that was one thing I actually wanted to do this time around, was get my international driver's permit, but I forgot.
Yeah, I did too, actually.
Did not do that.
Dude, what do you say we tear into this pack of cigarettes?
Oh, hey, that's perfectly fine by me. I got some smokes in my backpack as well, of course. Figure you might be pretty interested in... having one, I will acknowledge. Got some highlights with me today.
Ooh.
These are like rum-scented flavored cigarettes and stuff like that. And
what?
They are pretty solid in my opinion.
Let's do a little cigarette exchange, because I have some...
Hey, big bet, big bet.
I don't think you've tried these.
I've got an ashtray as well.
Oh my God, so polite.
Yeah, of course, can't be littering.
So polite.
Don't like littering in the United States, and especially don't like littering in Japan. Is that something on your bag? Just thought I saw a bug on it or something, like right there. Is that just like a button?
No,
I thought that was a tick on your bag. I was like, oh my God, there's a tick.
I don't know what it is. I got it in New Zealand. I'm not sure if it's like their like mascot or I don't know.
Makes sense. I wasn't sure.
How did you start talking the way you talk? Is it like, I couldn't tell if it was a bit or if it's real, and it seems like you do talk like that, like regularly, like.
Specify exactly what you mean.
You say things twice sometimes, like big bet. I think it's cool. I think it's funny.
It's one of those things where. Oh,
would you like one?
I would love one. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Just gonna put that down right there for the moment, and.
Ooh, so smooth with it.
These have 17 milligrams of tar, 1.4 milligrams of nicotine.
So super light. These are 8, I think.
8 milligrams of tar, 0.7 milligrams of nicotine. These are double the strength.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Wait, the 8 is the tar? I thought the 8 was the nicotine.
No, the one that's like 17 milligrams, that's the tar up top, and then the 1.4 is the nicotine, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's so funny that the only Japanese you know is around smoking.
Oh, I just know it based off the context, because tar is always on top and nicotine is always on the bottom.
Oh,
yeah.
Interesting.
It's even more confusing in like other countries where...
Oh, no.
It's okay. I am not opposed to smoking cigarettes dropped on the ground. It's even more amusing in other countries, though, because they'll have like tar, nicotine, and then they'll have carbon monoxide as well. And then it's like, okay, so I've got 3 things in a language I don't understand.
Yeah.
So
if you want to learn, actually, one of the most useful, I mean, you probably won't, you're about to leave or whatever, but one of the most useful alphabets to know is katakana, like, because it's all English, basically. So that's taru.
Oh, okay.
Nicotine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
There you go.
I have not even really thought about learning how to read Japanese, I'll acknowledge.
Learning is the hardest part. Speaking is one thing. You get a couple chew highs in you, it starts flowing like jazz. But like the reading is, you got to get reps on it at home. You got to like draw it out. And shit,
I don't know. I'd be going for my sumene-sen and arigato gozaimasu and konnichiwa, and I can't pronounce anything correctly. Like, and it's really sad because like, I really should have learned a language to some degree. I haven't. English is my second language, but it's also my first and only language.
There you go.
So
It's
it is
fine.
what it is.
It's fine, man. I mean, you can go to a lot of places with just English. Tokyo, it's fine. People greet me in English. Like, I'm used to... I mean, I'm not fluent in Japanese by any means, but I know the greetings. I know how to order food. Like, I'm pretty good at, like, being in restaurants and bars and stuff. So I'll walk in and do all the Japanese greetings, and then they're like, what do you want? I'm like, whoa. And they don't even feel Japanese to me in their demeanor. They seem like... Because a lot of Taiwanese, it's a lot of, like, people from Hong Kong and Vietnam and Myanmar and stuff. So they don't even have the Japanese kind of demeanor. They're just like, what would you like? Okay. They're more, like, abrupt, I've found, you know, in Tokyo. I don't know. I don't know if you agree, but I'm not trying to be racist. It's just something I've noticed.
I don't know. I'm not... Having not been to any Asian countries other than Japan, I honestly... I don't know exactly what you mean, I'll acknowledge.
Well, it's just like the service in Japan is very like, like welcome, please, you know, like you're the. They have this saying in Japanese, "Okyakusama kami," like the
customer first.
The customer's God is what it means. So yeah, like it's more service oriented. Whereas I feel like if it's a white person waiting on me in Japan, they'll be like, "What do you want, bro?" Like,
no, you know absolutely
I mean?
true. Yeah, no, without a doubt, I can
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
Having been to a couple places, I have allergies. A lot of the places I end up eating, because I have allergies, are focused on foreigners, frankly put.
Interesting, yeah.
So a lot of times, not always. I've definitely walked into certain places and no English is spoken at all.
That's sick.
So I'm ordering by pointing at the menu in Google Translate.
Point one.
Yes.
This one.
Pretty much.
The index finger does all the work.
Yes.
Point one.
Exactly.
Do you know how to say allergy in Japanese?
I don't. I just type it up on Google Translate and I just show it to them, and
it's pretty fun though. It's aderugi.
I don't know if I could do that. I can't do the like tongue rolling. Like I can speak like a little bit of Spanish, but the only Spanish I know is no habla español.
There you go, bro.
So
there you go. And to that we smoke.
Yes, sir.
So it's a light, but it has double the nicotine of mine.
Oh no, that's a full flavor.
Why is it called light? High light.
Oh, that's just the brand name.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, this is menthol as hell.
Yeah, very menthol. And you haven't even cracked the...
Yeah. I just got this little ashtray you can ash in and put your cigarette butt in and everything like that.
Sir.
This is my first time having a Mevis in probably 2 years.
Really?
I'd say. Yeah.
I like them. Yeah. I thought the A was nicotine, to be honest with you. So...
No, these are definitely a light. Just looking at the filter, there's a line of perforation that we can see. And that line of perforation, do you know what it does?
I do not.
So it brings in airflow to make the cigarette lighter and smoother.
Ah.
So it's just right there where my finger is.
Interesting.
Yeah. So.
What do you know about the cigarettes? I think Parliament in the U.S., they have a little container kind of in the top. It's like cardboard.
It's known as the Lana Del Rey cokehead cigarettes.
That's what everyone said in high school, but I thought it was just like an urban legend.
Well, Lana Del Rey, from what I know, actually does or did smoke those, the Parliament lights.
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those things where you just it's got the recessed filter, and then you just scoop up a little and do a bump.
But that's what it's for.
No.
Okay.
So it was originally just a thing. It was originally just an advertising gimmick to say, okay, we get the filter away from your lips, you're not getting tar on your lips, and that's the like people. There's so many stories about it. Like
seems like a gimmick.
It is a gimmick. There's so many things that are in the tobacco industry these days that have become so mysterious that were originally just introduced as gimmicks.
It's like, oh, look, we're healthier. It's the fucking cardboard filter instead of paper or whatever.
It was not even a health thing at that time. It was literally just don't get tar on your lips, and that was it.
Like ladies don't get. Is it like a female cigarette?
Not really marketed only at females. It was a unisex cigarette is what it was marketed as at the time. But man, this is giving me a little bit of buzz. I'll ignore.
Hell yeah. Getting Jacob Jones buzzed.
Yes, sir. No complaints on my behalf.
You got to crack the grape filter or whatever.
Had to do it. I'm not actually the biggest fan of grape flavored stuff, so let's see how it is.
It might not be. I think it's just berry, maybe. I don't know.
Tastes like gummy bear to me, honestly. I'm not gonna literally tastes like gummy bear.
It's
Holy crap,
delicious.
that's literally gummy bear. Oh my god. Wow.
We're getting an exclusive first look at a review. He's never had these cigarettes before, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We're introducing him to the kids' cigarettes of Japan.
What was I saying though? I can't remember. What
I don't know. These are the kinds that I can smoke all night long and like not feel bad. These I got to be careful with. These are like Chinese cigarettes. They'll knock you on your ass, bro.
Really?
Like,
I've all the Chinese cigarettes I've tried. I found them to actually be kind of light.
Really?
Like I got a couple comments like before I ever tried a Chinese cigarette, and they were like commenting on a video where I tried like American Spirit Blacks or something like that, and they were like, nah, he tries Chinese cigarettes and he's gonna be on his ass. Tried Chinese cigarettes and I'm like, they're really good. I really like them, but they ain't that strong.
Okay.
They're like 1.1 milligrams, now like full flavored, but like not like super insanely heavy.
1.4?
1.4, yeah.
Okay, I've
I've got a 50 tin of Peace Unfiltered back at my Airbnb I'm staying at. Those are 2.3 milligrams of nicotine. I should have brought those with me and handed you one of those and not told you the nicotine.
That's crazy, bro.
They're unfiltered. They're crazy strong. They're the strongest cigarettes sold in Japan that actually have like the nicotine on them and stuff like that, which that's a governmental requirement. But there are also filtered cigars sold in Japan which don't have tar and nicotine on the side of them just because that's not a governmental requirement for filtered cigars. So it might be one of those things where there's one of those that's technically stronger, but we just don't know.
Dude, you know so much about cigarettes. It's insane. Do you watch, like, how do you learn all this stuff? Do you watch YouTube videos or? I
actually don't really. I used to watch, like, cigarette and tobacco YouTube videos a decent amount. I don't really anymore just because I don't want to feel like I'm copying somebody else's methodology when it comes to how they're making their video.
Respect. I feel the same way about travel stuff. I can't watch any of it.
No, I absolutely respect that.
Especially if it's really good, you're like, damn, I need to make something like this. And
no,
wait,
literally.
am I copying them? Like,
yeah, like I will absolutely like. Since my main content is not like let's say just for example cars. If I see a car video I really enjoy and I'm like, man, I can make that. I totally will because that's not my main content. It's going to be a one-off video.
Yeah.
And I'll put my own spin on it, of course, like I'm smoking at a car meet or I'm day drinking at a car meet or something like that kind of thing.
Dude, the first video I saw of you was day drinking and smoking in a public park at 2 p.m.
Hell yeah.
That is like a beauty of a title. That's a masterclass in making a funny-ass title of a video. That's like beautiful.
I honestly did not realize that video was going to go so crazy far.
How many views did it get? Like over 1 million, yeah?
Well, one of them got over 1 million. I've done a whole series of day drinking and smoking cigarettes videos, of course.
So sick.
One of them is my most viewed video of all time. I think it's like 1.9 million views, which is
crazy.
Incredible.
There's one where it starts raining and you're like, you have a cooler.
That's that one, yeah.
Dude, you would be into, I went to a car meet in the U.S. and it was like all Chevy. It's before the Silverado. There were C10s.
Oh, yeah, I've got a square body.
Okay.
I have a square body Suburban.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
From
so
the 90s?
It's a 91.
Hell yeah.
Last year.
So sick.
They were made.
It's one of my unicorns. I want to get it, and like I don't really know much about cars. I don't know how to fix them up. I just enjoy like looking at them, driving them. But I really want to get a Chevy Blazer with 2 doors.
Hell yeah.
Two-door Chevy Blazer, bro.
So you want a Chevy Blazer? What is it? It's the K10, I think it is.
Maybe. I don't know if it's. I don't know. I'm not sure.
So you want a square body Blazer?
Yeah, like 97. Because I used to drive a 97 Silverado.
A 97. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
I think they made them up until then, no? Or 93?
They did 2-door Tahoes up until then.
Tahoe, that's what it is.
Yeah.
2-door Tahoe, that's what it is.
2-door Tahoes are nice.
They're clean, bro. They're so clean.
Man, I don't know how much you're into like modified cars and stuff like that, but I've seen like 2-door Tahoes that are like slammed on like some 30-inch rims, and I'm like, man, I love this. Like, I am a huge fan of like donks and high rises and stuff like that.
Okay, the hood rat shit.
Like, I grew up like just looking at them and going, that doesn't make any sense. Why are they riding around on rubber bands?
Yeah.
And then now that I'm older, I'm like, man, that shit pimping, bruh. Man, that shit goes so hard. Like, I'm like one of my absolute like cars that I'm like, I have to own this. Like, I had a Crown Vic as my first ever car.
Sick.
Got in a wreck in a month. Not my fault though, but I'll acknowledge if I knew what I knew today, I could have avoided.
Don't they have like 300 horsepower? They're like the V8s and shit, right?
V8. It's a 4.6 liter Ford V8. They've been using it like forever.
Yeah, they're cop cars. They're
That's
fast.
like 250 horsepower.
But they're fast. I mean,
no, not really. It's like 8.8, probably like 7.75 to 8.5, 0 to 60.
Okay, but
depends on the gear ratio.
got some high-end power, right? Like it's a V8.
It's like 115 is like 150 miles an hour is like the max, really. At least with the gearing I had in mind.
Did you take it
I was
to the
on
max?
a track.
You took it to the max?
On a track, yeah, of course.
Hell yeah.
Not on public roads, definitely.
Of course not.
But I'm like the car that I've driven that was the fastest was a Lexus LS 430, which you would think would be slower.
Those are fast as
They're
fuck,
pretty quick. Those 4.3 liter V8, limited to 133 miles an hour.
You could take it off.
Definitely hit 150. But you have to change the ECU, the whole computer, to actually get it unlimited though.
But can you buy like aftermarket mods for that? Like my brother put a chip in his. He had a 2-door Silverado V8. I think it had a 350 in it. It was fast as fuck, dude. The tires would they would cut loose
with
so
the LS,
easy.
Early 2000s, mid 2000s.
I don't think it was LS. It was 04, 05, something like that.
Ooh, I don't know too much about GM products from that time. I'll acknowledge it's not my area of expertise. I'll just.
What I love about you, Jacob, is like you're like one of the few YouTubers I genuinely enjoy watching, and I feel like you're a good person. And what I really like is the you do hood rat shit. That's your whole thing. But you talk like you're like a sports broadcaster or like you're like very upstanding citizen, but you're like day drinking and smoking in a park. That's what I love about it.
I appreciate the kind words. I think it's really due to like how I grew up and was raised. Like it's one of those things where I enjoy what I enjoy, and I understand what I enjoy is not everybody's thing, but due to that, I want to make sure that I'm as respectful as possible of everybody's. Like, I try not to smoke cigarettes at a nursery, kind of thing.
I mean, you have your
like, would that be a hilarious video title? Smoking a cigarette at a daycare? Absolutely, but I don't think I'm going to do that unless the daycare is closed.
Yeah. Were you in Japan when they used to have the smoking car on the Shinkansen? It was 2 years ago. What, did I spit on you?
Oh, no. It came from the tree. I thought some bird shit on me.
It'd be good luck.
I think we're all good.
I think it's good luck here. So.
I hope. Either way, I still don't want it happening. But,
the Shinkansen smoking car?
Oh,
you haven't experienced it?
Oh, no, I did. Yeah, that was...
The glory days, brother.
It got removed
glory days.
The year after I came to Japan. And,
okay, so you did it.
Yeah, I did it. I made a whole video about that, and that did like 500K views.
It's
I was
exhilarating.
So happy.
It's exhilarating, isn't it?
I was just so happy to be able to make that video. I was like, this shit crazy. But
going 200 miles an hour, getting a buzz.
No, literally.
That's like both of your things at one time. Like, you know, trains, like kind of gearhead stuff, and then like smoking cigs.
It was just, I like planes, trains, and automobiles. I think they're really cool. And so it was not only just a really enjoyable experience to have, just because I was able to smoke a cigarette on a train going 186 miles an hour.
So sick.
But then the video did like way better than I could have ever expected. Like, just made the experience even better.
Yeah. And that's a piece of history now, my friend. That's not coming
seriously,
back. So.
Absolutely. I ended up leaving a clarification pinned as a comment like last year. Saying, hey, you can't do this anymore, just to let anybody know who saw this video and were thinking they're going to do this. You can't actually do this anymore. Sorry, guys.
There was a period of time, I think it was last year, where they had just banned it, and they still had the smoking car, but it was just locked.
I rode on a train like that. I rode on a train from Osaka to Nagoya, because I went to the Ghibli Park with my family.
Okay.
Which was, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Ghibli Park. I wouldn't want to go by myself, but with the family, it was fire.
Yeah.
Rode up there, and I was like, oh, man, it's a no-smoking train. I walked to the bathroom, and I'm like, fuck, there's a smoking room right there. It's closed.
Just unlock it. You have all the filters, the ashtrays in there. Like
Yeah. I was just like, what the hell? And that smoking room was shut down at the same time as the Shinkansen shut down theirs. They just hadn't removed it. And I was like, what the hell? It's whack.
The culture slowly, I mean, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse, so you got to make all the cigarette content you can here while you can.
Especially with, like, Tokyo, it's one of those things where, I mean, like, in my opinion, like, Osaka, people, I'm like, there's definitely one of those things where, like, don't smoke right in certain areas. Like, don't go to Osaka Castle and smoke right in front of Osaka Castle,
Yeah.
except in the smoking area. But if you go to more like the outskirts of Osaka, I mean, like the last time I was there, I went to a park and people just had ashtrays lined up on the like wall, like going there, and they just had like cans lined up, and they were just full of cigarettes.
Osaka hits different, man. It's
And
different.
I was just like, man, this feels like home right now, except it's actually cleaner. So I was like, man, this is fire.
That's so sick.
I mean, like, kind of going back to like the question you posed, like people are blaming foreigners on like doing X and being disrespectful and stuff like that. Man, I see plenty of Japanese people smoking wherever they want. I see plenty of Japanese people jaywalking wherever they want.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I mean, like, yeah, are there some stupid foreigners who are carving their names into torii gates? Absolutely. They're just a bunch of retards, frankly put.
Yeah.
But there's going to be stupid people anywhere, and that includes Japan.
Yeah,
and
fair
that
enough.
includes tourists as
Yeah.
well. So,
How do you feel about So I imagine you've been in the smoking rooms here quite a bit.
yeah.
How do you feel about the atmosphere in the smoking room?
Depends how good the ventilation is.
But I mean, like the vibe.
Oh,
kinda.
the vibe. Okay, yeah. I was gonna go with that, but then I was like, what was I gonna say?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to mention, because I've been at most of the smoking rooms here have really good ventilation, and it's like you walk inside and yeah, there's smoke coming off people's cigarettes, but it's getting sucked into the vents pretty much immediately.
Yeah.
But I went to one in Osaka, and I walked in, and my eyes started burning. My throat started burning, and I was like, man, I need to get out of here as soon as I finish my cigarette. I was like, this is too much. Like,
Yeah.
I've smoked inside a room with no ventilation just by myself, and it was not that bad.
Yeah. Cigs inside hit different, bro. They they just feel so good. It's like the
Oh,
forbidden
yeah.
fruit, man. Have you been in an izakaya, like a couple drinks deep, and you're like start blasting cigs?
I haven't. I really do want to hit up an izakaya where they do like the meat you can cook yourself and stuff like that.
Yakiniku. Yeah, we should do this.
Yeah.
We should do that after this.
I've got those allergies.
But it's just raw meat. I mean, you cook the meat. You don't have to
Some
put
of them
sauce
have
on
like
it.
sauce, or
You don't have to. You
Can you just get raw meat?
You can just get straight up normal meat, no salt, nothing on it. So
that's pretty tempting.
we could find a place. I would love to do that with you. That'd be super fun.
Hell yeah! I was kind of thinking I might want to make a video for my monetized channel.
Dude, let's
So if
run
we're good,
it.
if we're good to do that after this,
Let's
then,
run it, bro,
hey,
yeah.
big bet. But the atmosphere in the smoking areas, it's definitely different than it would be in the United States if that was a thing in the United States. It's very quiet most of the time, unless somebody's talking to like somebody else, and very rarely are people talking on the phone in the smoking room. Whereas in the United States, that would be the norm without a doubt.
Yeah, on speakerphone, FaceTime
yeah.
in and shit.
Absolutely.
I just feel like, for me as a foreigner, the novelty of smoking inside is so incredible because it's outlawed in the U.S. Obviously,
unless you're in Texas.
Yeah, South Carolina has some weird laws with like cigar lounges you can smoke inside.
Yeah, there's a couple cigar lounges in Raleigh as well, and I can walk into like my local cigar shop and smoke. I could walk inside with a cigar and smoke there, but they don't have any seats.
Okay.
So,
But yeah, I imagine it would be like, hey, like this is cool. This is, we're hanging out, smoking. But in Japan, it's just like look at your phone, smoke the cigarette as fast as you can, put it out, and leave. It's
unless
a
you go
little
into a
disappointing.
mall at the smoking area at the food court.
Okay.
Because there's a bunch of like Japanese businessmen, like 4 drinks deep, and they're
Hell
just chatting it
Hell
up,
yeah.
like lighting one cigarette after the other, and they're in there for like 45 minutes, and it's like, holy crap, y'all are just chilling.
That is so sick. The boys will be boys in Japan.
Oh, absolutely,
man. Like,
without a
they don't give a
doubt.
fuck, dude.
Yes.
Especially after 2 beers, anything goes. You can get them to say anything. So, yeah, I think that's probably it for us. I know we've been going for a bit, and we want to film some stuff for your channel. So,
Hey, I'm all
Yeah.
good to keep going if we want to, and if we don't want to, hey, I'm good for.
well,
I'm good
yeah,
for
I just want to give you your chance to plug your stuff. So, Jacob Jones Money, right?
Hey, Jacob
Monetized
Jones
channel.
Money. We got Jacob fucking Jones. We got Jacob Jones Clips. We got Jacob Jones Shorts. We've got www.jacobfuckingjones.com, where you can find everything. We got my Twitch, Jacob Jones Money.
This man wrote a book. He's a published author,
Well, self-published.
self-published author. Still.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's
Yeah.
all about the stupid stuff I did in high school. Highly recommend, of course.
Yes,
of course.
sir. Dude, this has been incredible.
But,
Dude, thank you so much for coming on and
hey.
chatting. This has been incredible, man.
It's been amazing.
Yes,
Glad
sir,
to have been
dude.
here and glad to have chatted just a little bit.
Yeah, man.
Just make sure to censor anything that might get me canceled, please.
Sure, yeah, of course. Go check out Jacob Jones Money. We're going to go do some stuff over there, Jacob fucking Jones. And yeah, see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Hey, have a great one.
Love you.